This episode is sponsored by Gamergy, the gaming energy drink made by gamers for gamers. Check it out in 4 great flavors: Purple Nurple, Red Alert, Binary Blue, and Epic Green. Hey guys, we're here at RockCon with the Society for Creative Anachronism. We're here to watch them do some demo fights. Guys, I want to strictly say this. These guys are trained, they're passed, and they know how to fight. I was actually a Knights Marshal for the Ames group, which is the Canton of Axe group. So I know all the rules, I know how a fight goes, the sequences of it. So do not get involved with these guys' fights unless you are trained, and never enter the field during a fight, okay? But we're gonna go ahead and get some fights recorded for you guys. We'll check it out here. I hope you guys are excited. I'm excited. I haven't been around SCA for a while. So let's go ahead and get some fights going. Come on, we're gonna have Kyle, the cameraman, back.
The colors that are used are as close period as we can get.
All right.
Oftentimes you'll see.
All right, go ahead and lay on.
The colors aren't very bright, simply because the guys that are available during those periods weren't as bright as modern day.
There we go. We got the kill shot there. All right, guys, both still good? Yeah. All right, lay on. Oh, good leg back there. All right.
Basically, one way up the hospital. My doctor is that's my best advisor. She's the one that came in because they're helping.
Just so you guys know, this is an honor-based system of combat. They take whatever hits they feel are killing blows, or if they're disabling blows, like you see him getting on his knees after he gets hit from the rear end down. He's still in the fight, but he's probably going to die because now he has a height advantage over here to cover his knees and above, and to be able to move around his opponent a lot more easily. But one more, guys, go ahead and lay off when you're ready. Almost. You all right? Yeah. Go ahead.
We have marshals and significant amounts of training to make sure that they are able to define whether or not a fighter's armor will protect them well enough, and since our guidelines, they also will look at the way the fighters are fighting and ensure
as you can see, getting that debilitating shot from the waist down can cause so much of a disadvantage there, because he has complete control of the battle almost just by shoving that shield in his face there and being able to move his sword around. So it's very, very advantageous to get back there and get those shots in. You guys are ready? Go ahead and lay on. One thing you guys have to remember, swords back then, they were not sharp weapons, blunt. That's why just getting the sword up against them is not enough. You have to put the force behind it. Armor was very extensive and protected. So it's more like a giant, long, kind of sharp mace, in a sense. Okay, we got equal turns fighting here now.
So now they are both on the ground, which means that both fighters have to lay. In a real combat scenario, if you got legs, you would continue fighting until your last breath. That is what they are doing. We give them room to move around a little bit, as they would have if they were really legged or injured in only one leg.
All right, guys, I think I'm going to steal one of the fighters here, and we'll go ahead and go in a little more detail about what it is to be a fighter in the SCA, some of the requirements and some of the stuff you have to wear if you want to join the society. It's a great group. I love it. But Zach, do you mind if I borrow you real quick?
Oh, absolutely.
This is my very good friend, Lord Zachariah. He is from, you're still from the Canton? Or
Actually, I'm down in the Cordon Bleu now.
He moved to the barony of Cordon Bleu, which is in Des Moines. The Canton is part of the barony where they have a seated baron and baroness who represent the queen. We're going to go ahead and scoot over here a little more because the fighters there, they're just getting excited and jittery. They get to fight, hit people, so we don't want to get in their way. But could you tell us what are some of the requirements to be able to fight
Well,
in the SCA?
First of all, you have to be over the age of 16. If you're under the age of 18, you have to have parental consent.
Makes sense.
You have to sign waivers, and then to be out fighting, it's one thing to practice, it's another thing to fight. You have to show a certain amount of competency and pass what we call an authorization.
That makes sense. You don't want to go out there with somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. You're going to hit too hard. It's not a baseball bat, guys. You don't swing like that. You don't need that kind of force. Just stepping in with the hip, twisting the hip and turning your wrist like that. That's plenty of force, right?
Oh, absolutely. And one of the things, too, is most all of us here are friends, and we know come next week, I've got to go to work, and we don't want to break anybody and make them they can't go to work. And that does happen, but...
I mean, I've seen it happen on occasion, but we do want to be able to come back the next weekend, have some fun, and the weekend after that. I'm pretty sure Broken River 2 is not going to help.
No.
But could you go over some of the armor requirements real quick with us?
Armor requirements, your elbows and knees have to be covered, kind of like this. This is a leather chuck.
So joints.
You have to have kidney protection. You have to have throat coverage, and you have to have a helmet. That's the bare minimum. There's a couple other nuances in there that I won't go in just for your people, but that is.
I think he's talking about groin protection.
Well, that too, but that is the bare minimum, and I wear more than that. Most everybody does. Because sometimes it hurts to get hit.
I swear, I saw it was about probably 4 years ago at one of the biggest events in the Kingdom of Palantir, which, by the way, if you're from Iowa, Missouri, Nebraska, Kansas, I'm missing one.
Bit, did you say Nebraska?
A little bit of Nebraska, I guess, but
half of it.
Half of it. Most of those Midwest states are part of the Kingdom of Palantir, and their biggest event is in the summer called Lily's War. And I swear, 4 years ago, I met the most interesting guy who decided that the bare minimum gladiator set was the way to go. He went in looking great and ferocious, came out looking black and blue, but he had fun, and that's what it's all about, right?
Oh, absolutely. I believe I know the night that did that too.
I think you do too. But no, it's a lot of fun, guys. I actually haven't fought for a while. Most of you probably didn't even know I was an SCA member. The reason why is I suffered a very debilitating back injury about 2 years ago. And I don't try to show this on camera very much, but when that camera's off, I tell you guys, I hobble around like an old man. I don't think I might ever be able to fight, but I do intend to get back into the SCA.
Caleb, you hobbled on the field before the injury.
Oh, okay. I might have hobbled on the field before that, but he's just trying to give me crap because I think he might like me a little bit, and that's how he shows his affection towards me.
And plus, I'm safe. I'm wearing armor right now.
That is true. I mean, I can't, go around with a sword hitting him and not expect one back. But it's a great organization, guys. It's not even just about the combat. A lot of crafts and a political style to it, correct?
Yes, I mean, we've got people that do pottery, do calligraphy, woodworking. Of course, we've got some brewers out there, which we don't talk about.
Brewers!
Good stuff.
Make sure you're 21. Don't be doing any of that stuff, guys.
Big thing is, anything you're interested in that's got a medieval flavor, you can do it with the SCA.
And what's even more fun about it is it's even pre-medieval a little bit. Like I said, we were talking about Roman gladiators and stuff. Most of the people I've seen in the Kingdom of Palantir, I mean, there's a flavor of people, but we try to stick to some more Scandinavian, Norwegian kind of stuff. I mean, it doesn't hurt that, Iowa is filled with a bunch of people who came from that part of Europe. But could you tell us, what did you decide what your character was going to be from?
Well, my persona is a Scottish persona, and with the last name of MacDonald, it was just a normal progression for me. That was where my interest in the history lied, so that's what I did.
Well, guys, I'm so glad you guys were able to come here and check this out with me. The SCA has always held a special place in my heart. I am, in fact, a lord. My name is Lord Gangol Hognison, which means son of the walking traveler. It's just been, I will admit, I did get kind of depressed after my back injury, but I'm finally bouncing back. I'm to a place in my life where I can finally get involved with the things I love. Will I ever fight again? I'm sure Zach's going to try to get me in one of these days, but there were crafts that I enjoyed doing. I made tafel boards, which is the predecessor to chess. I had a lot of fun doing it. It's just a group that you can join and have a lot of fun.
Absolutely, they're great people here.
All right, guys, thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and scoot back over here and see some rapier combat.
Yes.
So,
We just started doing rapier fighting, as you know, about 2 or 3 years ago.
yeah, I was completely new to the rapier concept. I saw it at a practice, I think maybe a year ago in Canton.
Yeah,
So-
I've been authorized for it.
You're authorized, cool. Okay.
And I'm doing the market for it.
All right.
We're going to switch to a single-handed sword.
It makes it heavy.
Would you like us to fight with dagger, buckler, rope?
Edit that for
But I think they're going to switch to one-handed swords with bucklers, I think I heard. Nope, just one-handed swords, but we're going to see some rapier combat. I know nothing about rapier combat, so I'm going to stay as far away from that as I can. I don't need to lose an eye or something. But these guys, like I said, they take the time to learn their combat style. They know what they're doing. Let's go ahead and pan over to that right now.
On these swords, on the rapiers, the ends are tipped with red. Do you have to hit with the red tip for your count?
Or the edge.
Or the edge, okay.
So edge or red tip, if you guys didn't catch that, that's how you score a point in the rapier combat. It looks like a lot less armor, but I think they're still very well protected. I'm going to assume that because I don't think they'd ever put anybody's lives at risk here.
There's significant armor under their guard.
Significant armor under the guard, okay? But you do see the fencing match. There is Olympic style fencing where you see that. Looks like more fluid form of combat, maybe a lot, you know, I don't know. When I was fighting SCA, it was just a giant broad axe running in there and tackling someone. So I don't know there, guys. This might be good for me. This is slower. I can possibly do it.
It's slower, but it gets vicious too.
All right, the combat seems like it goes by pretty fast if you guys, if they're, you know, really good. So. It looks like it has to be a little bit of a more controlled thrust just to stop any sort of impaling or any damage that you might do to someone's face, just in case the mask isn't enough. But it does look interesting. All right, guys. Well, I'm so glad you guys got to check out the Society for Creative Anachronism with me. I will put all the descriptions below. I will lead you to the Barony of Cordon Bleu. I'll lead you to the Canton. You know what? I'm going to grab all of them and put them in the description below because I want you guys to be able to check out this amazing group, see what they can offer you. It's a really fun time. Of course, I'm going to get drowned out by a helicopter here, but guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you're new to the channel, make sure you Sith lightning that like button. If you're new, use the Force to subscribe. And remember, we are the Force, each and every one of us. So let's connect, and we'll see you all next time.